Have you ever felt that unease, that inner whisper trying to warn you something is off? As if your body knew a truth your mind is still denying? Today, we talk about that intuitive wisdom, about the words that seem innocent on the surface but carry invisible chains meant to trap you in cycles of doubt and dependency. Princess Diana, a woman who deeply understood the complexities of manipulative relationships, once said, "When you find someone you know can hurt you, but you still choose to stay, that's true love. But is it really love or an emotional trap?" The paradox is that we often mistake manipulation for affection, control for care. Your past experiences have shaped what you accept today. Recognizing the patterns is the first step toward liberation. Enter the safe space of this narrative, where we'll uncover together the subtleties of emotional manipulation, not to create paranoia, but to strengthen your boundaries and clarify your perception. You deserve relationships that uplift you, not diminish you. Relationships that encourage your growth, not keep you small so someone else feels big. Before revealing the 5 phrases that signal manipulation attempts, know that naming something is the first step to freeing yourself from its power. Manipulation never arrives announced. It comes in whispers, in moments of vulnerability, cloaked in concern and care. And often, by the time we finally notice the patterns, we're so entangled in the web that escaping seems impossible. But it's not. It never is. 1. No one will love you like I do. When these words reach your ears, you might feel a shiver of recognition. You may have even heard them as a compliment, proof of his intense feeling for you. But reflect. This phrase holds a self-fulfilling prophecy disguised as a declaration of love. What is he really saying? That you're unworthy of anyone else's love? That your flaws are so uniquely imperfect that only he, in his magnanimity, can embrace them all? It's a strategy to create emotional isolation, so you believe he is your only option. This statement creates a false dilemma. Either you accept his relationship terms, or you face eternal loneliness. It ignores the abundance of the world, the countless meaningful connections you can form, the infinite capacity we have to find people who resonate with who we are. When you internalize this message, you begin to doubt your own worth. You start believing your ability to be loved is limited, that you must settle for what you have, even when something feels deeply wrong. The truth is, authentic love never comes with hidden threats. True love recognizes your inherent completeness, your capacity to exist fully independent of the relationship. Mature love knows you could be loved by many, but chooses to be with you, chooses to build something meaningful beside you without imprisoning you. 2. You're overreacting. That's not how it happened. Perhaps you recognize this phrase. Maybe you felt that unsettling confusion when your experience is denied, when your perception is questioned. This is gaslighting in its most basic form, the systematic denial of your reality. When you express discomfort and hear you're overreacting, the manipulation operates on deep layers. First, it invalidates your emotional response. Then it makes you question your own perception of events. Finally, it creates a dependence. If you can't trust yourself, you need someone else to interpret the world for you. This tactic exploits a fundamental vulnerability, our desire to be understood. When someone consistently denies your experience, you start doubting your own sanity. You think, maybe I am being irrational. Maybe my emotions are exaggerated. What's happening is a slow, systematic erosion of your cognitive autonomy. It's a form of psychological violence that leaves invisible, yet deeply painful, scars. Your perception is valid. Your emotions are important signals about how you're experiencing the world. When someone tries to convince you otherwise, they're not seeking clarity. They're seeking control. 3. If you really loved me, you do this for me. This seemingly innocent phrase hides one of the most insidious manipulative tactics: conditional love. It turns love, which should be a freely given gift, into a currency, a tool of control. When you hear these words, he's creating a false equivalence between love and submission. He's implying that true love requires sacrificing your boundaries, giving up your needs in favor of his. Notice how this phrase shifts the responsibility. It's not him asking for something unreasonable, it's you failing to prove your love. It's a sophisticated form of blame shifting, where your perfectly healthy hesitation becomes evidence that you don't love enough. This manipulation works on the deepest level of your human longing, the desire to be loved, to feel enough. It exploits your fear of abandonment and your need for validation. True love never demands diminishing your being. Authentic love respects your autonomy and celebrates your limits as expressions of self-awareness. 4. You couldn't live without me. There's an almost hypnotic power in these words. They may sound like a declaration of mutual importance, of loving interdependence. But look closer. This phrase doesn't celebrate connection, it proclaims dependency. What he's really saying is that you are fundamentally incomplete without him, that your ability to live fully is contingent on his presence. It's a statement that denies your basic autonomy, your innate strength, your capacity to thrive on your own. Psychologically, this is an attack on your self-efficacy, your belief in your ability to navigate life's challenges and achieve your goals. It's an attempt to create an emotional dependence that only strengthens his control over your choices and behaviors. The most liberating truth is this: you are whole on your own. You always have been. Healthy relationships add to your life, but don't define your ability to live fully. 5. No one would believe you. These 5 words might form the most devastating of manipulative tactics. They aim not only to control the present, but to silence the future. They seek not just to manipulate your actions, but to suffocate your voice. When a man says, "No one would believe you," he's creating preventive isolation. He's building an invisible prison whose walls are made of your own doubt and fear. This claim exploits deep-seated fears of invalidation and abandonment. It suggests your experience is so implausible, so contrary to his public image, that speaking up would bring only more pain and rejection. It's essential to recognize the falseness of this statement. There are communities ready to support and validate those who've experienced manipulation. Your voice matters and deserves to be heard. Emotional manipulation leaves invisible but deeply painful scars. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward healing, but the path is complex and personal. Start by honoring your experience. Allow yourself to feel anger, sadness, confusion. These emotions are healthy responses to a violation of trust. Cultivate self-awareness to strengthen your boundaries. Emotional independence doesn't mean isolation. It means nurturing internal worth that doesn't rely on external validation. Healthy bonds make room for your growth, celebrate your evolution, and respect your individual journey. Princess Diana, whose life was marked by both public and private manipulations, once said, "Don't follow what seems perfect. The world is full of illusions." She understood how appearances can deceive and how beautiful words can hide toxic intentions. The journey beyond manipulation isn't linear. You'll have moments of clarity and moments when old patterns resurface. Be gentle with yourself. These aren't failures, but opportunities for deeper understanding. Learn to trust your intuition, watch actions, not just words, and remember, manipulation thrives in isolation. Community and shared stories are deeply healing. Your ability to recognize manipulation is evidence not of weakness, but of strength. It's proof not of past naivety, but of present wisdom. You are the author of your story. This part of the narrative isn't about what was done to you, but about what you choose to do next. A future where your experiences are validated, your boundaries respected, and your worth intrinsic begins now, with every pattern you recognize, every boundary you set, every truth you speak. You deserve relationships that honor your integrity and celebrate your autonomy. Always have. Always will.